I've often looked at the vibes, and I get from Shotty's offense. That is, I get a vision of a McVay, Kyle Shanahan type of mix. I feel like that's what he wants to do. And you see some of that. You heard him in his opening presser, talked about the motions, the shifts, the pre-snap stuff, the at-snap stuff. But when you really dive into Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, they use two auxiliary pieces completely different than the Cowboys do. Shanahan uses Kyle Juszczyk like a chess piece. And recently, Sean McVay, he uses those two or three tight end sets like weapons. But here in Dallas, you don't see that with tight end two. And we haven't seen the fullback. And I'm very interested to see how y'all feel about this Hunter Luepke thing, because two of y'all are on opposite ends. They don't use the fullback as a chess piece either. So this isn't a buy or sell. This is a what do you buy more? Brevin Spann-Ford becoming a tight end two weapon, or Hunter Luepke getting a bigger role in this offense? I'm going to start with 2I.
I'm gonna buy more of Brevin Spann-Ford becoming more of a weapon for this offense. You haven't been able to utilize 12 personnel. Nobody really gave a damn to me the way that you need to, and his receiving capability to me opens up. And you could have him do the fullback stuff. We see him do blocking from the
Yeah,
backfield and
yeah.
moving guys out the way. He might be more effective, respectfully, than a Hunter Luepke right now, and he's done the work. I really feel like he could open up the offense. I feel like the Hunter Luepke thing. I don't know if he has the power. Brevin Spann-Ford has the power. Furthermore, the work he's done on special teams deserves to be recognized. It deserves to be something that gets him to a spot where he can earn a spot. Like, have y'all seen the work that he does on special teams?
Yeah, his special
Has
teams
anyone?
really good. Yeah,
It's
it's
I mean,
solid.
yeah.
I'm what I'm saying is it's the work ethic for me that I think that's why I think he deserves the opportunity, but also he can catch over the middle and in the red zone. So I would buy. Yeah, I'm
More.
gonna buy that Brevin Spann-Ford is gonna get more of an opportunity because I just don't see it with Lipke, and we haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Vox, tell us why Hunter Luepke ain't. Go ahead.
No,
Well,
you hate him that
Josh
much?
mad because he fumbled in that Miami game a couple years ago, and
well,
he
You
never
hate
Sky,
him that
played him.
much?
That's it.
I
Sky,
don't
let's
believe they like Brevin that much. They keep saying it. I don't believe it.
Sky, let's just be clear.
Okay.
Hunter Luepke ain't. Let's just be clear. But
Vaj.
I think the Cowboy Illuminati
Uh-oh.
really wants to hit on that second round pick invested in Luke. I'm with
Oh.
I'm with 2I on this.
No.
I'm with I'm with
No.
I'm with 2I on this. And we've seen dudes be better than other dudes, and we just kind of hang in there. I remember all Camp Solomon Thomas and Perrion Winfrey was just much better than Mozzie. And they was just like, hey man, we gonna figure it out though, right? We just gonna figure Mozzie out. You know what I mean? And like drastic shit had to happen for Mozzie to be gone. But even in the middle of the season, so hey, we're gonna figure out a way. You know, I really think they want to hit on them picks. I
So,
really think they want to make them picks make sense. I
so
think that's
wouldn't
why
that,
Sam's back.
well, Vox, wouldn't that be the opposite then? If they want to do everything in politics to have the second round pick, Luke Schoonmaker, be the guy,
Mhm.
wouldn't you believe more in Hunter Luepke then?
Hunter ain't Sky.
Okay. Oh, so Hunter just not that dude to the point where.
What? Okay, so look, what I'm saying, we've seen what 3 different play call administrations try to get Luepke going. And look, before Luepke, there was like Ryan Nall, and before Nall, there was like some other cat from North Dakota State. They've been trying to get fullback going for a long time, but here it just don't work.
No offense.
Okoye,
No offense. Still here.
Okoye, set him straight on Hunter Luepke, man.
You trying to
If you
move
look at
on?
No
Hunter
offense. It's
Luepke's
still
tape
here.
from college, Hunter
They want
Luepke was
Schoonmaker to take over
he could
tight
do a
ends.
little bit of everything. So when you
I'm gonna come
talk
back to that,
Swiss
Vox.
Army like knife or weapon, Hunter Luepke hasn't been used to his capabilities. And the
I
reason I'm
agree.
buying is because Shotty's buying. If you listen to Shotty, Shotty said he wants to go more two back. He
Shotty
said one of the guys
lying.
that came to him at the end of the season and said that he can contribute more, and he agrees with him, is Hunter Luepke. So Shotty loves Hunter Luepke,
Yeah.
even though Vach hates him. So whether you like it, I like it, doesn't really matter. We know that Shotty's already endorsed that move. So I'm going to buy it just on the fact that I trust what Shotty's
So you buy
coming with.
more,
And I
is what
look
you're
at
saying.
Hunter Luepke's history and the things he's capable of. Hunter Luepke played H-back, so tight end, fullback, a little bit of everything, and he is a receiving threat and runs routes a lot better than people give him credit for. But he's not used in that capacity. But I think that he can give you a lot, whether it be short yardage or pass catching capability out of the backfield. And Shotty already says he's going to do it anyway. So that's an automatic buy for me.
Yep,
I
that's
am
on me.
Need the
very
tight end
That's on,
more,
that's
bro.
on me. We
Need
have
the
got to
tight
find
end
a way to
more.
get Hunter. We cannot go a whole season and not get Hunter Lippy going. That's on me. Please, Shotty, go on.
Nick. What do
I'm
you
gonna
buy
be real
more?
mad.
So I think if you split out both of these guys as offensive weapons, I think you would honestly see solid production from both. I do want to start there. I'm
Sure.
buying more. I'm buying more on Hunter Luepke though. And the reason is because what Okoye said, you can put him in so many different positions. You can line him up on third down in a pass protecting situation, have him leak out and be a dump off for Dak. He can also lead on an I formation to get Javonte open in between the tackles. We've seen him do that more effectively than anything he's done during his career so far. But even with the ball in his hands, I agree. They have not put him in the correct positions to be able to expound on that. There was a time during 2024 when Mike McCarthy was talking to reporters. It was about week 10, week 11. And we were
Oh, I
talking
remember
about the
that.
tight end room. It was right after Jake Ferguson had gotten hurt. And I was like, so what are you going to do at tight end? He's like, well, Hunter Luepke's my second best tight end right now. So I'm not really sure how we can make that work. So that's the type of freedom he gives you. He can play all these different roles. And man, I tell you, if Shotty puts his money where his mouth is when it talks to getting the offense into a favorable situation for Hunter Luepke, I think you're going to see a lot of nice little nuances. It's not going to be anything game changing, but I think you could have a type of Patrick Ricard, Alec Ingold type of contribution to that offense. Maybe not to the Juszczyk level, but I think he does have that type of potential. I do. He's got the ball carrying skills. He's got the receiving skills. He can do everything required to that position.
This man
But-
had 15 targets. I don't want to hit nothing about throwing the ball.
That's on the team.
But
not
I
him,
was gonna
though.
say,
How
Vosh.
many did Brevin Spann-Ford have?
But it don't like 13 or something. But look, it don't.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, all this. Listen, all this. But Hunter Luepke can run the ball. He can catch the ball. He can. He's always been able to do this, and they won't get him involved. They just will not
But
get him involved. So
to
I
Ai-
can't believe that they're gonna do it again.
to Aisha's point, though, she doesn't believe that they feel they feel the same, or she believes they feel the same way about the tight end two, or not tight end two. I guess he's tight end three. Brevin Spann-Ford. We know he can catch the ball. He can block. He can do some of these things, but they haven't done it to
No,
Can he
they
separate,
haven't
though?
done it, and I don't understand why they haven't done it because it's gonna benefit you. But also too, and I agree with you, gentlemen, about Lipke. I watched this tape. He was a running back, not a fullback. We know that he can run in
Exactly.
between the tackles. We know that he can line out wide and do some things like that. But I'm also sitting up here thinking as well, like some of the stuff that Nick, when as you were speaking, some of the things that you were saying about Hunter Lipke kind of sounds like it's similar to some of the usage of Jadon Blue, or my misunderstanding. Like some of the third down usage and stuff like that, I would assume like that's similar, or are you going to be trying to mix and match those guys?
Yeah, it's more about when Jaden Blue's on the field, you are going to be accounting for that wheel coming around the edge. You are going to
Tracking.
be accounting for that angle route, and the linebackers having to account for that. When you see Hunter Luepke on the field, I don't think you're necessarily going to be accounting for that. You're going to be accounting for, all right, that's a blocking piece. We need to make sure he doesn't pick one of our guys up. And then when you're rushing the quarterback, it's like, oh, Luepke got behind us, and all of a sudden that's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
They don't
But
need
I
that.
think that's the type of they don't do that.
No, I
They
said,
do
no, I
that.
said, get him, Nick. I
He
was
converted on
agreeing.
he converted on
saying
2 third and longs last season.
I agree with
On-
Nick. The defense don't give a damn when Hunter Luepke on the field. So why would I care now? I agree with Nick.
Exactly.
They don't give a damn.
Exactly.
We agree.
That
Exactly.
means he's a
That's
chess
fair.
piece.
And you
That's a
just
super-
made our point.
I ain't
Exactly.
how?
You just made our point.
If you're not paying attention to the guy, you're not accounting for him. You know, he can get
Okoye,
open easily.
whether they account for him or not, we've been doing this. We got to get the fullback going for 3 play callers now.
When have we tried?
So what I'm
He
saying.
hasn't been bad.
When
he's
he gets
bad or not,
opportunity, he looks good.
Go ahead, Vosh.
Or the question, what I'm saying is, hey, what's more likely? I don't see the running. I don't see the fullback getting involved, because in all these iterations of the Cowboys trying to get fullback involved, they never get fullback involved. I think there's a better opportunity that Brevin gets going because some weird happens in the tight end room, some tight end set, the 13 personnel, whatever. But there's never been a time where we've walked away from a game and went, bro, Hunter Luepke went crazy on offense.
But that's also not his fault.
That doesn't gel. Just
It don't matter whether it's his fault or
it's the
not.
new
The
regime.
question is
It's the new regime.
this more likely to happen than this? Whether it's his fault, if Kyle Shanahan was the head coach, I would answer the damn question differently. But that's not
Okay,
the
let me
case.
tell you why. Let me tell you why this, I think, is a very good question.
We ain't fighting. I'm screaming. Go ahead.
No. Let me tell you why it's a good question. Because to your point, does it concern you, Okoye, that Hunter Luepke, under the same regime, the same play caller, the same running backs coach, the same offensive coordinator, saw less snaps last year? I think it was 75 less snaps going into this and coming out of 2025.
It doesn't concern me. I think that Schottenheimer actually held himself accountable at the end of the season or last week, about 9 days ago
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
talked about it. But it doesn't concern me. I think that it was a injustice. I think they should have used him more due to the fact that we just talked about the things that we need even Phil Maffa to do just now, like short yardage situations or even spelling a guy like Javante. And they could have used Hunter in those types of situations and never really did. He has shown that he have an impact short yardage, and I do know that he has receiving capability. So not using a piece like that, especially coming from his father, who had Lorenzo Neal, Marty Ball used a fullback,
Yeah.
all crazy. So
Good
to not
callback.
use a fullback is like going against his own lineage in the first place. So I think it was just a disservice to Hunter, and I think it was just something that slipped between the cracks. But for whatever reason, we don't know what's happening in practice. Hunter might have a stinger. We don't know what's going on where you're not using them in certain situations. But I do think that when you look at the draft to now and you look at Hunter's skill sets then versus now, just like when we were talking about Morris Leafau on defense, they're not utilizing their draft picks or their players the way that they looked where they came from. Like,
And,
so that doesn't make any sense to me. So I
and
think Hunter definitely should get an uptick due to the fact that he has the capability.
He
let me go on the
should.
other side.
He should. The question is not should he be involved more, because he should be involved more. The question
He
is
just said he ain't
should
shit.
he be involved more?
The question is, who do you buy more, Vach? Hunter Luepke getting the uptick in offense, or Brevin Spann-Ford getting the uptick
Stanford
in
got two
offense?
bodies in front of him that he's not
The
going to
answer
be
is
out.
the,
Not
the
being
answer is
Shoemaker
clearly
out.
Luepke, but I don't
Or
see it happen. I'm actually playing both sides here. I'm actually
No,
playing both sides.
don't
of
be
the argument.
devil's advocate.
Well, then that's not going.
Just shoot
So
straight.
let me
Do a
get to
shoot.
the other side of that, because that's why I asked the concern question. He saw less snaps, but also from a tight end 2 situation. If you look at the target share over the last 4 seasons, 4%, 2.5%, 5.8%, and then dropped to 3.8% last year. That equates to about 4% target share from tight end 2s over the last 4 seasons. That is extremely low for a team, and previously used a Blake Jarwin as a tight end 2, had a Martellus Bennett, right? Even with a Jason Witten on the team. We even saw Jake Ferguson, right? So Jake Ferguson got busy a little bit as tight end 2 with Dalton Schultz. The reason why I think this question is legit is because both of these positions have been underutilized, and you have to really project what you believe. And the reason why I'm leaving out Schoolmaker is you think that Luepke ain't. To me, Schoolmaker ain't. I personally think that and like a lot of you guys think, Brevin Spann-Ford has more talent here, and that he should get an uptick in this situation.
Of course, he should. He should. I just think that Schoonmaker and his second round tag, his second round pick designation or whatever, I think that's going to get in the way of Brevin getting going for real. There were many times where there were many times where I just saw them trying to get Luke involved. Whether it was good for the offense or not, they actually attempted to get Luke going as tight end too.
No, that's fair. You're right.
I
No, you're
mean,
right.
and Lipke has been a glorified extra offensive lineman for a lot of his career here in Dallas as well.
And boy, they found out Javonte could block. And they just stopped doing that licky
Hold up.
on third down.
And I think that's another reason too.
I do remember Hunter Luepke. I don't know if it was Javonte was hurt or maybe it was a year before he got here. They were rolling out Hunter Luepke on third downs.
Yep.
I think it was when Rico was here. It might have been that season where they were just like, hey, man, we trust him out there to block more than we trust everybody else.
Yep.
Well, there's that too. I got to let y'all know we've got a new partnership with Prize Picks, and I'm excited about this one. No matter what sport you're watching, there's no better way to make the action more exciting than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks is a daily fantasy made simple. You just pick more or less on your favorite players, projections, and build your lineup in a few taps. And what I like most about it is it's not complicated. I can watch football, basketball, baseball. It doesn't matter. I can mix players from different sports into one lineup, and now I'm locked in on everything. It makes the whole experience hit different. And I'm not gonna lie, once you start building a few lineups, you start paying attention to the details more, the matchups, the usage, all of it. It just adds another layer to watching the game. Another thing that I like, they got the community aspect too. You can see other people's lineups, get inspiration, even tell picks if you're rocking with somebody's strategy. So you're not just out there guessing, you can actually build off what's working. So if you're not tapped in yet, now is the time. Download Prize Picks app today and use promo code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.